this. Hello. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, guys. Cheers with my Armenian antipasta. I'm in the middle of doing a lot of creating, and it's gonna be a good year. Today is January 1st, 2024. I almost said 2023. And we have a lot of good things happening this year. I already know it. I'm gonna get a pen, which I probably should have done before I sat down. And we're just gonna write down goals and things for this week because it feels right. But before I do that, I want to update you guys on the end of 2023. I feel like it's kind of been interesting the entire year, which you guys have probably already seen the recap video at this point, but it's really funny, honestly, because last year just was not at all what I anticipated. I don't know, my parents are entrepreneurs, so I've seen firsthand what it's like to deal with stuff on a regular basis. And it gave, it definitely gave that when I was running Issued. Not that I'm not running it right now, but it definitely gave shit hit the fan, you have to fix stuff every 4 seconds. Last year I learned so much. I went from, literally going from my ideas being stolen in mid-2022 from a ready-to-wear company and having applied to 400 plus jobs to, you already have the LLC, just run with it. And I've took on several clients in 2023, which is literally insane. I can't even believe that. I'm so blessed for that. And I took on clients for Issued as well, and we did a print ad run in August. It's been a different type of learning experience because I'm the one running it, if that even makes sense. And I wasn't anticipating I feel so blessed, but I just wasn't anticipating some of the shit I had to learn to deal with. My initial hiring process when I started hiring people in 2022 for 2023 was, if they seem alright and their resumes are right, they're gonna do fine. And then once I kind of got put in a position where I had all these people, I learned just how, is it manipulative? Is it lazy? I don't know the right word, but that everyone was. And I, as the manager, had to learn to deal with it. And in the beginning, I was not that I wasn't good at it. It was really difficult to keep track of because everyone would just send me an email and they'd be like, oh, I'm in class, can't, last second. So then I'd be getting over 100 emails. And at that point, all I was saying was okay, yes, no, maybe, great, thank you. And I really wasn't getting anything done. And then when Fashion Week hit, I held a meeting in Times Square because I couldn't cancel all the meetings that week. It just felt really not right to have done that. And then I was feeling just so overwhelmed with Fashion Week and everything that I was like, okay, you really need to sit down and look at everybody's work and see what's going on. And at first that was just really, really difficult because I didn't even know where to begin. I had people submitting stuff in Google Docs. I had them submitting stuff in literally everywhere, honestly. It's kind of embarrassing. In email, in Wix, in Docs. Like, I just couldn't keep track of it. And then when I actually did keep track of it, I just saw how badly or how irresponsible everybody was being with their workflow. So then it began to be, okay, you guys need to fix your workflow because this is not cool. And I fired someone over that because they actually weren't showing up, didn't know I had to take attendance with interns, which is just wild. Like, what? And then around, I'd say April or May, it was rebrand time, and I was like, okay, nobody understands the vision. You really need to understand the vision to work here. So then pretty much April to, it might have even been March, to be honest with you, to June-ish, it was like, everything is not right, we need to fix this. And that was a ride. And then we held issued party in August, which was good, and everything was so great with that. We had advertisers and everything. It was fantastic. Sponsorships. It was great. And then in September, we did Fashion Week. I was supposed to do 8 days of Fashion Week, and I did 7. And on the 7th, I ended up with COVID for the second time. The first time I got it in 2022. And then it was, okay, you're sick. You can't hold meetings because you're sick. I remember literally I was downstairs in my kitchen and my mom was there, and I was like, Mom, what if I have COVID again? And she was like, I don't think you do, but here's a test. So I took a test and I waited the minutes and I looked at the test when time was up, and I literally sat there and I started crying. I was like, Mom, I don't have time to be sick right now. And she's like, too late, you're already sick. So then I got better, and that puts us to around October. And then for some stupid reason, I was like, I saw an ad on Instagram and it said something about Webby Awards. And I was like, we've been doing great work at Issued. Why don't we apply for that? I don't know what I was thinking, because literally from the moment I applied, even to right now, I have an additional like maybe 2 weeks to get everything together. I didn't have time for it. Like, it was Thanksgiving, and then it was Christmas, and then it was the other thing, and then it was firing this person and that person, and it was just like hiring, and it was just insane. So then that was kind of done with, which is funny as hell. And then on December 20th, I decided that would be like the last official Issued day, because I wanted to give myself time to work by myself before taking on my interns on the 3rd. And what has happened on the 20th at 11:59 p.m., Tina's eye starts bothering her. And in normal circumstances, you're like, oh, it's a sty, you take your contacts out, and it's fine. But it wasn't getting better. So on the 20th, then on the 24th, I'm like, Mom, I think I need to go to the ER. And she's like, why? Your eye looks fine. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, it hurts a lot. Like, a lot. And she's like, it's fine. It just looks like a sty. You'll get over it. And everybody's gaslighting me. They're like, oh, it's just a sty. Yeah, it looks like a little bit swollen, but it's fine. And something you probably don't know about me is as a kid, I had a lazy eye. Like my left eye was a little bit lazy, so they used to give me like a patch to cover up my right eye so my left eye would work more. And as an adult, like I don't think it's as noticeable that my left eye is a lazy eye. Every now and then, yeah, I think you can notice it, but like it's not as frequent. Now, mind you, I'm like in the car with, I don't remember who was driving. I think it was either my mom or my dad. And I remember telling them, I'm like, I really can't see right now. Like I can't see. My vision keeps going in and out. My eye is swollen. I feel like I have a rock in my eye. And like it was so bad that I could see like my eye be lazy. Like I would try to focus on like, I don't know, like like a car in front of us or something, and I literally would see my left eye like look that way even though I was looking over here. Like my eye couldn't focus. And they're telling me like, so I was at home and they're like, no, the ER is not going to help you anyway, like suck it up, because it really like was fine. But I woke up with like on the 24th with a black eye, and I was like, that's not right. And they didn't want me to go to the ER. And they're like, the ER is probably just going to send you to an eye doctor, so just like wait to go to the eye doctor. And at this point, we were already 4 days into the eye problem. So then it's Christmas Day, and I'm like, no, before we go to Christmas Day. So I go to my aunt's house on the 24th, and mind you, I'm not wearing contacts for days, but I wore them on the 24th because I didn't want to go to Christmas Eve and not be able to see anyone. So then I'm there, and I'm like taking my contacts out like every 4 seconds, touching my eye, and I'm like, this is not good. But I was dealing with it because I didn't want to like throw them out or anything. So then when I went home, I took them out and I was like, thank God it's out of my eye. But my eye is like killing me, and I'm like flushing it out and everything. So then on the 25th, I wake up and it's still not better. And I'm like, ow. And then I tell them again, I'm like, I think I want to go to the ER. And they're like, your eye is fine. It just looks a little bit swollen, but it's fine. And I'm like, but I don't think this is a sty. And mind you, I've burned my eye before. Like, I have a high tolerance for eye pain these days because and it's actually ironically the same eye. I burned this eye as well. And this was the eye that was the problem. And they were just like, no, like, go tomorrow. Just put it out for another day. So then it's the next day, and my eye is still not better. And they actually looked at mine, and they were like, yeah, that actually doesn't look good. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. So we get an emergency appointment with my eye doctor. And my eye doctor goes, he tells me, he goes, you could have went to the ER because people do go to the ER for this. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. So it turns out I have a swollen eye gland, which just happens every now and then when your eye... No, it's a clogged eye gland which makes it swollen. And basically the oils in your eye like can't distribute properly and drain properly. So it clogs in your eye and it makes your eye swollen. And it's the biggest part of your like eye, like basically goes across your eye. And the pain can go all the way to the back of your head. But I typically get headaches. So the headache like didn't seem too out of normal. Like the eye pain was just like miserable. And he tells me to do a rice sock, which ironically is this, so that I can put heat on my eye. Because the only way to drain it is to put heat on it. There is no like eye drop or something that you can put in your eye. Like it has to be heat. So yeah, it took until New Year's Eve, which was yesterday, for my eye to feel okay. So yesterday I wore contacts for the first time. Today is the second day wearing contacts. Thankfully I can see. My eye is okay, I think. It's just been a time. So yeah, I don't know. So let me get a pen. Let's do some New Year's Eve. It's not Eve. New Year's Day. So I bought not two planners. I bought a At Glance 2024 notebook. I don't know. It looks like this. And the reason that I bought this is I really wanted to do time blocking this year and try to be more productive, and I really liked that it had all 24 hours. And a lot of notebooks that had this only did like 8 to 10 hours, and I really do like on occasion stay up later than I should, so I really wanted the 24 hours. And the reason that I wanted to have it like this was to give myself the ability to block out my time more effectively, because I find I let myself kind of dilly-dally longer than I should, and I want to give myself like, okay, at 3 o'clock you do this. Like, that's the one thing I feel like I don't get too much from Asana, is like reminding myself to do it. I feel like when I see it on paper, I can't really ignore it because it's more physical. And I really liked the size of this. It's about the size of my head, but I liked that this wasn't really big. The other one that I saw had like 8 to 10 hours, and the book was bigger, and it did it for every day, where each day had its own page. But like it didn't do enough, like, I feel like hours in the day, but it did the like 3 goals, 3 things you want to do. It did that method, which I wanted, but I just felt like I needed this more for me personally. And then I decided, instead of buying both like the notebook the planner that I just said and this, because that would be ineffective, because I knew that section I wouldn't use if I was going to use this one. I got a Staples red notebook, and I liked that it had the pockets. That way if I wanted to stick stuff, I love sticking stuff places, so like pockets are my jam. So I liked it had multiple sections, and that I could use this more effectively to do 3 goals you wanted to get done today, your to-dos, and then use this for the time planning aspect. I hope that I use this, because this will be such a waste if I don't, because this was way more expensive than I really was anticipating this to be. This was like $30 something, 36, which I feel like is a lot of money for a thing that just you don't have really room to write. I know they were calling this an appointment book, but I don't know. I think for me this is more, I want to practice time blocking and writing down what I'm doing each hour, and not like dilly-dally. That's really, because last year I feel like I dilly-dallied a lot. Like I knew I had meetings at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. or 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., but I dilly-dallied a lot when I wasn't in those meetings, and I'm hoping that this will more effectively let me not dilly-dally, because I'm trying to avoid that. But then again, I've been dilly-dallying since last year, because, oh, do I even want to show you? I cleaned all my laundry. Oh my god, wait, is this broken? I literally only just took this thing home. Is it supposed to do that? What the fuck? For $36, I feel like it shouldn't have done that. Do I take it back? Shit. I'm just gonna deal with it. You know why? Because if it's doing it now and I've only had it for a little bit, if I buy a new one, it's gonna do it too. So, whatever. But I did laundry a little bit before Christmas. I haven't put it away yet. Here's that couch. Yeah. So that's how it's going. So I just wanted to wish you guys happy, healthy New Year. And, yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna turn you off now. I don't know. I'm not gonna go to the gym today because I'm not in it right now for that. And I just like want to focus on my mental health, and I feel like going to the gym is just gonna like kind of put me out a little bit. So probably tomorrow or the day after, we're gonna get going with the gym. I might do some squats or something today, but I'm not gonna go like to the gym. Also, I'm lazy. I just don't want to put gas in the car. Like I don't want to go to Costco. If I go, I have to go pretty much right now, and I don't feel like going right now. So I'm gonna lay in my bed for a little bit because my mental is not with it right now. I feel very like dumped on. I don't know why though, but I do. Okay, see you in a few. Break. When I'm home, I don't wear rings. So rings are off. They have to come off. I don't wear my rings when I'm home. When I'm home. When I'm home. Okay. Stuff has to go. Oh, shit.